Maybe I had it recording. Hi everyone, I'm Nancy with Ladybugs Flowers and Rustic Decor, and I thought I was recording, but apparently I wasn't. I took a piece of um, pallet wood and put nutmeg brown on it, and then turned around and put some white chalk paint over the top of it. They want more white than brown coming out of it, but not like I don't want it to be white white. So we are going to go over it one more time. I still want that brown kind of coming through where it's not a bright white. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. We are going to be making a carrot out of ribbon on it. And I did soak it in coffee to stain that white just a little bit, but it didn't stain it quite as much as I wanted, but that's okay. So I did paint the sides, so I kind of want to go over them with the white. And then we're going to get this blow dried and start on our carrot. All right. And to give it a even more rustic look, we can, it's not getting dry, just kind of take that sand paper that I got here and go over it. To get all that extra off. So let me get this. So now what I'm going to do is take my ribbon and my glue gun. Already got some glue stringing. And I'm just gonna put some up here at the top. And just kind of zigzag it back down. Not wanting it to be perfect. But we are going to shape it like a carrot as we go. And I don't care if it's twisted. As we're going down. I'll just get me some glue on there where I can get to going. And we are going to start getting a little smaller. But I do want to have enough on it to have it kind of layered, a layered look instead of it just being flat. I did get this knotted up, not meaning to, and couldn't get it out, so. And we don't want that glue. It's all over my fingers, but we don't want it showing on the little board here. Let me see. What I got going on. Just to see if I need to put a little more. I think that's going to be all right, just the way it is. And that's the way it's looking. A little crooked. And I never get anything centered up or just exactly right. I try, but it just don't happen. Alright. I guess I could go ahead and just put this rest. That's all I've got down here at the bottom. We could make it a little bit longer, I guess, if we wanted to. Kind of make him curve over to the other way. Just be a little crooked. But there it is. Alright. Then we are going to take this fern, which I needed my clippers. For the top side. Cutting it into about 3 sections, just 2 pieces. That way we got enough up there. We're going to put the bottom pieces down first. Then we might have to get a little more glue. And then we'll just stick some glue on these. And just kind of go up. I might need one more piece. Not for sure. Maybe to go in the other direction. All right, and there's the top part of our carrot. Make sure that stays glued down. And not going anywhere. And then I do want to make a bow to go up there. Not no real big one. And we are going to make a bow. Tear me off a piece of this lighter green. I'm going to get me a piece of this off-white. And then I'm also going to do a piece of the darker. And a piece of this like checkety green. And tan, beige looking color, khaki. Let's tear it off big. Put that down. Alright. And then I done have some little black and tan chicken that we're gonna do. And I do want to kind of put it on one side or the other, and probably this side would be it. Well, before I do that, I do want to kind of go over it with a little bit of brown on that carrot. Just a little bit, just touching it. Here, yonder, and there. Just trying to give it a little more of a rustic look, which I'm getting white on it too, but that brown will come on through. Over that white. Alright. Set that over to the side and get our jute string. I should have got my smaller, but I didn't. And I'm going to start off with some of my black and tan. I'm wanting this to be a smaller bow. So, not wanting it to be real big. And since I don't have a bow maker, I'm just going back and forth. Do the same with my green. Get some of that extra off. So all I'm doing is just twisting it back and forth. And I don't care that it's showing, that it will show some of the back side that is not as green. So you just take it back and forth until you get to the end of it, to where how long you want your tail to be. Which I don't want it to be that long, and actually my tail needs to go to this side. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. Then I'm going to take some of the green checkered and do the same thing. Just go back and forth with it, leaving a little bit of a tail sticking out. And I think that is all I could do with that. I'll cut that off. Then I'm going to go to the off-white. Just crisscrossing it back and forth. Want it right in the middle. And I believe that's all I can do with that one. So we're going to snip that off. Then I'm going to go to my lighter green. Maybe I can get that fabric lace there. Just crisscrossing it back and forth. Need to push my glasses up on my nose. And I believe that's all we can do. And I did bring out some of this, but I don't think that we're going to do it. We might, but right at this moment, I'm thinking no. So we're going to get our little bow tied up. And you're going to want to tie it as tight as you can get it. And it's not going to be a real big bow. which I didn't want it to be. And then we're going to cut that off, that extra. And then we're going to try to straighten up our tails, get them going in the same direction, get our fabric going. And I don't know if this is going to stay tight or not. I've got fabric in it too. I needed my smaller string. But you want your bow to be spread out. We're going to get that glued on. It says rubber here. And then we are going to get us a button to put in the middle of that. And I think I'm going to use one of the little flower ones. Well, just stick right there in that middle. And this is how it's looking so far. You might want to tuck some of that back and pull some other color, because we did use more than that. But we did make it small. I like it. I hope everybody else does, but everybody's to each of their own, as I have said before. And down here at the bottom, I don't have Spanish moss. All I have is this real flaky. So I'm going to try to get some of the bigger pieces to glue down here at the bottom. And what don't stick, I'll just shake it off of it. with my fingers. We can get that shaken off to see what we got going on. If what we got is going to stick. And then what's not. Alright. I'll go ahead and get that up somewhat, what I can. And I do want to stick some little flowers down here at the bottom. If I can get this cut off without getting my cutters, and we might have to stick a little more moss over it where it don't show the stem. I wasn't thinking about that. Well, and you don't want to cover up your carrot, so take my scissors there. Let's see if we can't get that glued. Well, I'm jerking them off as I'm trying to glue. And I do want a few more of these little purple ones down there with that. But I don't want it to cover up my carrot. So we're just going to lay them down. And then I'm going to put some glue. And I think what we need is maybe another purple one to stick up. I think that'd be a little much right here. Stick that right there over to the side and get some more of our moss. And put some glue down on top of these. Just to get the moss on there to hold. All of it. And then of course we want to get off. And there's our little carrot sign. And I love it. I will probably put something on the back to either beads or anyways. I hope you enjoyed the video, and always remember you are enough, and have a blessed night.